Welcome back, students. In this lecture, we'll see the API of Leaflet. So let's open our Google Chrome and search for Leaflet. So this is the official website of Leaflet. Let's open that. And this is the documentation or overview. It's written here that how you can initiate a very basic map and also add a tile there and add a marker that will say FPT CSS pop-up easily customizable. So you can just copy this chunk of code and paste that inside your Sublime Text or any code editor that you are using, and you are good to go with Leaflet. It is that much simple. And there are tutorials available here. So Leaflet Quick Start Guide, Leaflet on mobile, markers with custom icons, using GeoJSON Leaflet, interactive Leaflet map. Okay, let's see that. You see, if we are hovering over each feature, this tooltip is this the text are changing, and if we click on if we and it is zooming onto that feature upon every mouse click, and also the legend is here. So it is a simple map. So you can create this kind of maps. Also, the code is written there that how you can create the map, all the codes. So you can just copy this code and paste it into your code editor and try it, that how it has been done. And another, maybe let's see a simple one. Maybe the Leaflet Quick Start Guide would help. So it is saying that how you should start your leaflet mapping. That first you need to prepare your page, include leaflet CSS file in the header section of your document, and after that you need to include the JavaScript file, and you need to put a div element with a certain ID where you want your map to be, and after that you define the height, and after that you will set the map with this line of code, and you can add tile layer with this chunk of code. It's written in documentation here, and there are multiple map providers or tile providers. You can use that, and also you can set a marker with this line of code like L dot marker, the latitude and longitude, and you can add it directly to the map, and also like this circle, and also other tools. So you see the documentation. Actually, what I'm telling that the documentation of Leaflet is excellent. So it is saying from the very beginning that how you should prepare your page, what codes to include, and also it has given a sample of each code, and it is written in detail here that how you should start that. So I encourage you to go through this documentation and maybe this Leaflet Quick Start Guide, that how you can get it started. Of course, we will see that how we'll get it started and do our own web mapping, but you are encouraged to go through this documentation so that you have a good idea what is Leaflet and how rich is the documentation. And after that, this is the docs. These are the default Leaflet mapping functionalities, and we will be using them for defined features. So these are the default Leaflet functionalities, and we'll be seeing them one by one. And this is the extensions. These are not default Leaflet mapping functionalities, but the extensions that have been developed by other developers, and it's completely free, and now is available for developers like you and I to use, and it is excellent. So we'll be seeing some of the extensions, and we'll be using that. Also, you can take a look at some of the extensions. So it's very rich. So at the first point, it was the Leaflet H3. like Leaflet HD. So it describes that how you can use Leaflet with HD web mapping. Okay, HD Leaflet. But to get started, it like display map, search for addresses, find route and directions, simple code. So you can also use Leaflet with HD. And finally, the download, that from here we'll download our leaflet and we'll add that to our mapping libraries. You can download, as it is open source, you can download the whole code at once, or you can include the link to leaflet and use that directly. Actually, we'll be using the link to leaflet to our in our code, and from there we'll be using it directly. So this is the documentation of leaflet. You are encouraged to go through it and have a good idea. From the next lecture, we will start our fast mapping. We'll see you in the next lecture.